Section 6 Solar Panels. Lecture number 2nd, Construction of Solar Module. Learning objectives of the lecture 2nd. Learner should able to understand construction of solar cell. Learner should able to understand number of solar cells used in solar module. Learner should able to know types of solar cell and its corresponding open circuit voltages. Now we will see one by one the construction of solar module. As we know, solar module or a solar panel is made up of by using number of solar cell. Nowadays which we are using is 72 solar cell used in one module. Basically the use of solar cell in a module, it depends upon the voltage requirements for a particular system. Now we will see how a solar module is constructed. A single phase solar PV cell generates very tiny amount, around 0.1 watt to 2 watt amount of power, but it is not practical to use such low power units as building blocks of a system. As we know, solar cell will not generate much amount of voltage. That is an individual solar cell. Approximately it is 0.5 volt a single solar cell can generate. A solar module is normally series connected sufficient number of solar cells to provide required standard output voltage and the power. When we connect a module in a series, the voltage is get adding. When we are connecting the solar cell in a parallel, the current is getting added. That is a standard law. Now we will see. We will select one solar cell which is having 0.5 volt of an individual volt. Now we are connecting 6 such solar cell in a series. The normal output voltage of solar cell is approximately 0.5 volt. Hence, if 6 such cells are connected in series, then the output voltage of a cell would be 0.5 multiplied by 6, that is approximately 3 volt. This can generate by connecting the 6 solar cell in series. Now we will select rating of solar module. It is standardized practice to express rating of PV or solar module at 25 degrees centigrade temperature and 1000 watt per meter square light irradiation. It is a standard state condition. Whenever any kind of solar array or solar panel is getting manufactured, it is first tested at a 25 degrees centigrade and 1000 watt per meter square solar irradiation. Solar modules are rated with their output open circuit voltage, short circuit current and the peak power. Whenever we are going to choose any kind of solar panel, we first focus on the open circuit voltage that panel is existing, short circuit current that panel is having, and peak power that panel can generate. Peak power is nothing but the maximum power we can generate from a solar panel. Maximum power point. Basically, this is the maximum amount of power which can delivered by the module under standard test condition. As in earlier lecture, we have already seen the maximum voltage multiplied by maximum current. It is nothing but the maximum amount of power that an individual solar cell can generate. For a fixed dimension of a module, higher the maximum power, better will be the module. Maximum power also called peak power, and it is denoted as Wm or Wp. The formula for maximum power is Im multiplied by Vm, where Vm is the maximum voltage that solar system can generate and maximum current that solar cell can generate. At individual cell level if you are talking, then this is a Pm power. If a panel level we are talking, this is also a maximum power by combining all the solar cells. Number of cells in a solar module. Now how to choose the number of cell in a module? For this particular example, we are taking that our built-in standard solar module is getting generated 15 volt. That is our output requirement, that 15 volt a solar module should generate. Now we will do the reverse thing. As we know, the number of solar cell to be connected in series to achieve standard voltage output depend upon the open circuit voltage of the individual cell. So while connecting the solar cell, we must focus on the open circuit voltage of individual solar cell. As we know, for a crystalline solar cell, the open circuit voltage is about 0.5 volt. But if a temperature is getting rising, there is a small voltage drop occurs inside a solar cell. So if that small voltage drop due to the temperature raising is 0.0 volt, so what we do, we are just subtracting 0.08 from 0.5, so we are getting 0.42 volt. So this is the open circuit voltage a temperature greater than this 25 degrees centigrade. So our current open circuit voltage of an individual solar cell is 0.42 volt. Now it is standard to make a solar module which can give 15 volt open circuit voltage at any condition. Hence, the required number of solar cell to construct such solar module is, so what we do, 15 volt divided by 0.42, that is the individual cell open circuit voltage. So 15 volt divided by 0.42 volt, so we are getting approximately 35.71, which is as good as 36. So that we have to generate, if 15 volt, so we should connect 36 numbers of crystalline solar cell in a series. When we connect 36 number of crystalline solar cell in a series, only that time the solar module will generate 15 volt. Now there is a connection of a solar cell, that number of solar cell, it will depend upon the output requirement. Nowadays in a market, that voltages we are using, that is standard 24 volt. So for 24 volt, generally 72 solar cells we are connected in series, and we manufactured one single panel which is having the peak power rated from 2.5 205 wattage to 250 wattage to 300 wattage to 315 wattage and 325 wattage. This wattage will getting varies according to the performance of solar cell. Now we will see some solar cell types and their open circuit voltage at standard test conditions. First, monocrystalline solar cell is having 0.55 to 0.68 volt open circuit voltage. Polycrystalline silicon solar cell is having 0.55 to 0.65 volt. Amorphous silicon solar cell is having 0.7 to 1.1 volt. Cadmium telluride solar cell is having 0.8 to 1 volt. Copper indium gallium selenide solar cell is having 0.5 to 0.7 volt. Gallium indium phosphide, gallium arsenide and gallium solar cells and having open circuit voltage in the range of 1 to 2.5 volt.